Okay, we can admit it. The Nationals were the better team. Bravo. Disappointing into the season, but the Nationals have done two things that only one team has ever done before. Believe it or not, back in the 1928 Stanley Cup, the New York Rangers had to play every one of their road games away from Madison Square Garden because the circus was in town. So that's one. And two, they become the second wild card team since the expanded era to win all the way to the World Series. That would be the 2014 Giants. So, bravo, bravo. Congratulations to the Nationals. They did their job. My hat's off to them. Now I got to go back to my day job. Damn. It's got to suck. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and cry over the loss. I'm not going to sit here and be like, damn it. But I'm not going to want to sit here and trash talk. They won. Congratulations. I'm not one of those people. Bravo. So before I go into what I'm going to be doing from this point forward, remember I'm not a sports guy, and let's just put it this way: the seventh inning in all these games seem to be the same thing, doesn't it? It seems to be the reason why each team seemed to really either win or lose. And I applaud the Nationals for getting it done this time again, once more. And I could be depressed and upset, and yeah, I'm annoyed, and it's just gonna sting for a while. But when you win four games on the road, you're the better team. I'll say it. I'm not gonna really want to talk about it much, but let's just face it: the three-run seventh inning with the two home runs, that was it. And Zach Greinke, he was doing his job well. So yeah, this is gonna hurt for a while. It is. It's not nearly as gonna hurt as bad as 2005. Oh God, that was a nightmare. We couldn't do anything that series. And I'm not gonna say this is an upset from my book, you know, except for Mattress Mac now losing millions of dollars on one end. But yeah, no, get ready for your payments tomorrow morning, guys. Those of you in Houston who don't know, Mattress Mac is a business tycoon and a furniture guy who bet a lot of money on the Astros to win the World Series. Of course, lost that all. But on the flip side, now everyone has to get ready for their payments tomorrow morning because of the promotion. If the Astros win the World Series, everyone wasn't going to pay for their furniture. So, okay. Congratulations. Now let's be honest here. The way they played, better team, hands down. Not going to argue. Um, what can I say? I mean, I would like to sit here and like, oh my goodness, this has been horrible. Yeah, it was horrible for the games for the home team, but what can you say other than congratulations? You're the champions, and we'll be back next year with the Astros. So I don't want to sit here and talk about how bad it was. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how the game went because we all know. I want to just say, for those of you who are Astros fans, and I appreciate it that you came on my channel to talk about this ride we've been on for the last 2 weeks, particularly, like I said, I started this because there weren't many Yankees fans. There were a lot of Yankees fans. There weren't many Astros fans really putting up the World Series stuff and the ALCS stuff and all that. So I applaud the Nationals again. Bravo. So now I got to go back to, if you guys have been watching this whole way, I'm not a sports guy. I'm going to consider doing more Houston area stuff. I'm probably going to be talking a little bit about the NFL playoffs when we get to that. I really love National Football League stuff. But where do you go from here? And what do you say? I mean, for me, this isn't the end of my journey, of course. And we're not gonna do any negative. We're not gonna trash talk on this channel like that. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not here to trash talk. You guys won, okay? Nationals won. I'm not here to feel bad for the Astros. I'm not here to beat up everybody. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to. I'm not just going to let you know that trash talk I'm not going to allow when I'm making these things. So, congratulations, you deserve it. Okay, Nationals deserve the win, but I'm not gonna attack the other side just because we lost or they won. I'm not that kind of person. I'm yeah, sad days indeed. So oh yeah, I'm mad. I'm very mad at some stuff, but I can't control this. This is something that sucks. It's gonna hurt for a while, but you know, a few things did happen for me over this. First off, I actually understand now the side of things that sports for me is still something I'm into, and I appreciate that fact, and I appreciate the fact that teams. I mean, I've gone through my fair share of Game 7 disappointments. The one that hurts me the most will always be, no matter what I say, the one when, as a Houston fan in general, when I don't care what you say, John. John Stockton hit that 3-point shot to send the Rockets out of the postseason. We never got to see our Dream versus Jordan matchup. That's the one that stings the most for me. It will always be the shot in the heart, literally. That that one always has the place in my heart that we could have had a dream matchup. Um, I'm not going to come in here and say this was a choke because Nationals were the better team for this postseason. I'm going to admit that. When you got down in Game 5 of the NLDS and came back to win it, I think that's what really propelled you to win the championship. So, bravo, bravo, and you know where do I go from here? Of course, I'm a convention person. I do a lot of gaming and anime conventions, so I'm going to be doing that. Speaking of DC, I will admit there's a chance of me going to the DC area over the summer for a convention. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to make some plans on that. But generally speaking, this isn't my forte. Sports isn't my thing. But I'm thinking now that I'm looking at what's going on, I really am saying this to you guys. You guys won. I would love to see a Capitals game. Actually, I like Alex Ovechkin, really do. But I think when it comes down to it, um, I would put this Game 7 on the level of in terms of Game 7s. It wasn't a really good one. Be honest. The seventh inning killed us. But when it comes to Game 7s in Houston sports history, the only one I can think of that just seemed like there was nothing we could do was against the Warriors a few years ago. And, I don't think it mattered. Most of it was, damn, Trevor Ariza sucked in that game. Yeah, we missed a ton of shots. We missed a lot of opportunities tonight, you know, and, I can't cry about it. There's nothing I can do about it. Congratulations to the Nationals. And now back to my point, though. I do a lot of conventions. I'm thinking about a convention in the DC area this year, actually. And have you ever heard of Otakon? That's the one I'm looking at because, you know, what can you say? This is my gaming and conventions are my passion. Sports is a hobby. So, final score from tonight's game: Nationals, Nationals 6, Astros. Wondering what could have been. That simple. So where do I go? I just want to be very honest. Where do I go? I'm going to be at Onicon this November, and that's going to be my next convention. And as I'm going to say this, if you want to stick around, I really do a lot more of fan convention stuff. I do that. That's my channel's forte. And that's more of my channel's idea. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to do. I know it's not sports. I know it's not, oh, wow, congratulations to that team. But it's what my day job really is on this channel. Some people don't like that, and I understand that. I was doing this simply because there weren't enough Astros reactions anywhere. So I'm gonna be doing more of that back to where I was. I've really am behind on other things. I've been dealing with this more, and that's really where my passions lie. Now, on the same end, I will do probably more Houston sports come playoff time on other things, except for the Texans. I absolutely hate those guys. Oh, I hate the Texans. I used to work for that organization, by the way. You know, can't stand them. Well, JJ Watt's cool. Okay, I get that, but everyone else. But yeah, I admit the hype was on the Nationals side. You're very right. And like I said, I would love to see a Capitals game. I really would like that. By the way, I just won't have the time or because the convention I'm thinking of is like late July, early August. But you know, bottom line is I'm going back to the convention side for things, and I'm going to do that. And you know, congratulations to the Nationals. And yet here's what I'm looking through this whole chain of events. You know, the Yankees haven't been to the World Series in a decade. Wow, amazing. Yet another team ends up taking away a drought. They're like we were 2 years ago, to be honest. Then the Cubs were before us. The only two teams I can think of that have annoying droughts right now are the Indians and the Mariners. So I applaud that fact. I appreciate the irony there. You know, what do I really look into this series and akin it to? Do I really look into baseball? Because, like I said, I'm not really a big sports guy in general. I'm not really much into baseball as a whole, but I don't really set it up like the 2014 Giants, because the Giants just weren't that great of a team until the very end. The Nationals were that good from start to finish of their playoff run. I'm not going to really say that. I think the best way I could utter this would be probably if anything, the 1995 Houston Rockets for the most part. You got that get out of the Jazz in the first round, and then you put a juggernaut team in front of you like the Suns in the second round that you were behind, and you had their best stuff going, and then you beat them. And then, of course, there was no doubt you're going to get past the Spurs in that case. And it wasn't a sweep, but this was the Orlando Magic you were facing, basically, and it will put up a great fight. But generally speaking, Nationals did their job. They won the World Series. They're the better team. I'm not going to argue that. And, I'm going to be honest with you. This World Series sucked. I mean, literally. I could not believe I'm still talking about baseball at 10:04. Yeah, we do really need to swap stadiums, honestly. You're right. At 10:04 at Central Time, I'm still talking baseball. That's how long this has gone. And I said it yesterday. I cannot stand how long this has gone. It's just a painful process on both sides. There are two things I will admit that were good. Strasburg, who's probably going to be MVP in my opinion. Bravo. I don't know who's MVP. I'm not actually paying attention to that right now. I'm just dealing with what my side is. Congratulations, bravo. And that guy who held those two beers, that guy is the most awesome person this playoff, this World Series. But honestly, through 7 games, this sucked on both sides. It felt like once you got past the 7th inning with the lead, that was it. On either way. The only time I felt like the game was decided earlier was in Game 4 when the Astros had those 2 runs in the first inning of that one. Otherwise, it was just baseball was terrible at the very zenith that it should have been. That does not take away from the Nationals. I'm not going to take away from their championships or championship. And think about this. First the Capitals, now the Nationals. You already had the Redskins. Oh my goodness, if the Wizards actually pull something off, you'd be set. We don't have the hockey team in Houston. So, yeah, I agree. It was just like, wow, that was terrible. But I think the general pace of the World Series was just garbage, It was just, how can you keep this going on and on and on and on and on? Oh, please. Oh, no, no. You don't need to talk about them anymore. Oh, no. We don't want to talk about the Redskins at all. Oh, trust me, I know. But in closing, you know, I got to go back to what I usually do. So, those of you who would like to hear about anime, gaming, sci-fi conventions, that's my forte. Sports is a hobby, and believe me, I've had my fair share of agony. I don't know how many times the Tennessee Titans, which moved from Houston to Tennessee, I will never root for the Texans. By the way, you'll catch me dead before I root for that organization. Oh, we've been 1 yard short. Remember that one. I remember that way. It burns in my head to this day how tough that was. Best anime in less than 50 episodes? Oh, good question. My personal best in less than 50, gosh, I got to go really far back because I would say Robotech is the best one overall. But I can't say Sailor Moon. That's a good one. Gosh, good question, because I'm not really in terms of length. I will say there was one that actually I've seen recently, Made in Abyss. That's 13 episodes. It's pretty good. I mean, that's my recent best one I can think of. I'm not really a big fan of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I thought it was just too much of a drag. Good question, by the way. I'm gonna say, if I'm gonna pick one anime that's less than 50 episodes that I could say, you're talking basically one season. Um, oh, that's a tough one. I gotta go back to I'm gonna actually say Ghost Stories, the dub. Believe it or not the subtitled version. The dub is actually amazing. If you've ever seen the Ghost Stories dub, I think that's the best anime in under 50 episodes because the way they dubbed it. Now, if you're talking about the best anime movie, I haven't seen Akira very much. I'd actually recommend Little Nemo: The Adventures in Slumberland. I know it's kiddie, but I actually like that one. If you're talking adult stuff, Love Blue Girl. Yeah. You can probably find out that one in the even the dub of La Blue Girl is better than the dub of most hentai anime. So I'm sorry I had to get on that. Thank you very much for that question, by the way. I really appreciate that. But generally speaking, back to the convention scene for me. To be very honest, by the way, as a gamer, I would highly suggest you try good things as of late. I still like Black Ops 4. Still a good one. But back to the convention scene for me. I've got a lot to still work on. After OniCon, I've got 4 straight videos. The OniCon review, and then I've got something I call making the grade of 3 conventions. It will be Comic Palooza, Delta HCon, OniCon, back to back to back. So I've got a whole week that I'm going to be doing something. So, as much as this pains me to say, congratulations to the Washington Nationals, 2019 World Series champions.